Hull City line up like this today, and again Grant McCann has made multiple changes from the 3-0 victory against Tranmere Rovers in the Carabao Cup. George Long gets to go back in goal today with Eric Lehigh, Jordi Device, Rhys Burke and Stephen Kingsley making a complete back four for the Tigers today. George Honeyman, who started as captain against Tranmere, keeps to retain his place in the starting 11 along with Kevin Stewart in midfield, and Jackson Irvine. So Dan Batty only gets a place on the bench. Goal scorer Ryan Tafazoli, because of the new back four, can only find a place on the bench along with new men Josh Bowler, Josh McGuinness and Leonardo da Silva. Leading the attack is Bowen and Grzycki as pair out wide, but Tom Eaves gets the nod out of the new forwards. Again, both sides, whenever free kicks come about, they just want to get on with things and pass the ball around. Here's Honeyman. Many shots so far in this game. Will one be made here as Honeyman goes down? It's going to be a free kick, so at least an opportunity to swing the ball into the penalty area. Grzycki will need to pinpoint here. Decent delivery, but into the side netting only. David Raya looked to though he had that one covered. Grzycki felt he could defeat the angle and defeat the keeper that time, but the wrong side of the netting. The Tigers waiting for a potential passage, and that's a clever ball to Irvine. Honeyman wants it playing to him. Here's Grzycki getting his feet in a muddle, but Stewart recycles. Kingsley, clever footwork, keeping it on the deck, the Tigers. But this time Brentford repel through Janvier, who's able to clear it away. Gathered though by Bowen. Brentford are being their own enemy at the moment. It's Bowen who shoots. Dragged wide of the target. Eaves was lurking again. Brentford there were really their own enemy. Irvine, Burke, Eaves all potential targets, and Jordi Device as well. Can he put his efforts on the training ground to good use here? In comes the cross. It is Device's header, but he can't get a solid enough contact to steer it goalwards. It glances off his head, and out of play it goes for a goal kick. It was a nice delivery, right to the target. The chosen man being Jordi Device. Honeyman's done well. In comes Jordi Device there. And the decision goes Hull City's way as well. Brentford fans just getting a little bit restless on that side of the ground. Stewart hitting the deck again, but Lehigh tucking in and playing the ball out towards Jared Bowen. Lehigh continuing on his quest as Bowen dances around with the ball at his feet. He's picked out a nice pass to Honeyman. He tried to chip it into the path of Grzycki. Stewart goes for it himself, and it's the closest either side have come, with shots from the area, from the edge of the area, and Stewart fancying his chances. Jensen allowed to escape his man. He's put the ball into a good area. Canos is getting a shot away, and that's easily saved in the end by Long, who just needed to make sure that he got his body in the correct shape to make sure he could secure that one. Oh, clever turn from Bowen. Is he going to get the shot away? He is, but it is straight down the throat of David Raya from one end of the pitch to the other. Two great chances, probably two of the best chances for both sides. Bowen couldn't find a corner, and Canos at the other end couldn't find any power to beat Long. Honeyman goes slip sliding. Dowell's got a great ball in, and that deserved better. Glancing header, but that was an arrow of a cross played in from the far side. They're the kind of crosses which aren't very defendable. Got to make sure you're in the correct position for those. And at the moment, Brentford are happy to just look after the ball within their defensive ranks. The Tigers not interested on pressing too highly. Mbumo looking to try and win the ball. Watkins, the ball leaving his clutches. Dalsgaard, clever play now from Brentford, it's Watkins! And he's dragged it wide of the target. It's their best chance. It's come within the first 2 minutes of the second half. They worked it much more crisply and neatly, but they couldn't hit the target. But is that a sign of things to come from the home side in the second 45? Kingsley just throws it in for Grzycki. May just have to play it in himself. Little low one to find Kingsley. That'll be a corner, and that's got the Tigers fans inspired behind David Raya's goal. The old school two-tier seating and terrace, one of the more favoured stands in the division for away days. Will the top tier be bouncing as well as the bottom tier in a few moments? It is Grzycki's cross. Stewart does hit it straight into a red and white wall. Here's De Silva. Clever pass. It's Bowen! The away end is bouncing because Jarrod Bowen has delivered again. Clever, clever play from the substitute. Disguised as though he was going to hit it from long range, and then threads it delicately into the path of our star man on the right. And he's found the net once more, and he puts Hull City in front. The first 15 minutes are going to be so crucial if there was going to be a goal, because it will change the whole complexion of this second half. Brentford may now need to come out and play differently, because now they're chasing, and Hull are defending a 1-0 lead away from home. Dalsgaard. That's a clever ball to find Mbumo. Now he's got a little bit of space here. Kingsley nowhere to be seen. The ball comes in. Oh, and then the touch of Henry is lacking. Great tackle comes in from Stewart. It's Bowen now. And with the midfield open, Bowen can now use his twinkle toes. Grzycki into the penalty area. It pops here to Eves. Good save by Raya. It sat at a nice height. And the whole complexion is changing. It's going very much end to end now. John Villa, Dalsgaard, Norgard. Watkins going down. The Terrace thought that was a foul. Here's Mbumo though. He can get his shot away. Oh, he can't hit it on target. Long actually committed at first, but another shot goes off target for Brentford. They are trying to carve out more and more opportunities as this game wears on, but they need to be closer to the target than that if they are to change their outcome. Oh, good touch from Mbumo. Looks to tee up Watkins. Canos. Oh, he's picked it out! Oh, just wide of the target. It would have been a glorious goal for Brentford. Took a deflection on the way through. That might be why it trickled wide of the goal. Grant McCann has made one change. And I think in response to Brentford making their two substitutions, he's about to make another. Pat on the back for George Honeyman as well. Here's De Silva for the first time. Threads it through to Ben Rama. Oof. Well, Kevin Stewart catching his own teammate in the face there, and he stayed down here, Kevin Stewart, despite holding his face. Brentford play on. It's Canos' delivery! Brentford equalise! They have got the equaliser. Should play have stopped? I'm not sure. Stewart back on his feet, but Brentford have equalised. Ollie Watkins picks up the ball, takes it to halfway. And Brentford have got themselves level here at Griffin Park. The Tigers peg back. Are Brentford suddenly going to cut the Tigers open? Ben Rama. Canos had his part to play in the equaliser. He's played it in. Good save from Long. Big, strong hand, it needed to be. His body sliding the other way, and it's a big, strong hand there from George Long to stop the ball dead. Canos. He's still going, Canos. He's got support, it's Benrahma! Long comes out, he spills it as well, and then it's cleared away. The real enemy of the Tigers last year almost struck a spell again against them. Oh, Batty's touch now, McGuinness looking to get forward. That brings a free kick and a bit of respite, and now a chance maybe for the Tigers to try. Bowen with one goal already. Has one little look at his manager, who looks on anxiously from the dugout. Is there going to be a moment of magic here? It is Grzycki! And it's saved by Rea. In fact, it goes out of play. Rea got a touch, I think, but it actually goes out of play for a goal kick. So it must have already crossed the line, either that or it has actually hit the frame of the goal from that side. But Grzycki going close, nevertheless. Brentford then with their say, if they are to claim victory here. Jensen with the corner. Brentford fans waiting patiently. The ball to the edge of the area with the Silva. Benrahma. De Silva could deliver, and he has done! Just wide of the target at the back stick. I think Long knew it was going to go wide. That's why he wasn't fretting too much at diving across. And that is the conclusion here of what has been a very interesting game for both sides. 0-0 and poised going into the second half after the Tigers battled very bravely to actually really snuff out whatever Brentford threw at them. Brentford didn't have many chances at all in the first half of real significant nature, and the Tigers actually had almost a 50-50 share of the ball and created more shots. They continued to come forward, the Tigers, in the second half, but the shots were more half-hearted. They didn't really test Rea. Grzycki had a great chance from a free kick, but Jarrod Bowen continues to score in a black and amber shirt. He gets his second goal of the season, but also getting his second goal of the season moments after was Ollie Watkins, to see these two sides share the points here at Griffin Park. That will be a good point in the context of this season, you would imagine, if Brentford do adhere to the predictions of the media and the country in being dark horses and trying to get up the table. However, in contrast, it could still be a point where the Tigers threw two away. We'll have to find out at the end of the season, but for now it's a very solid point to take. It's a result of every nature in the opening three games for the Tigers. In the capital, it isn't a victory, but it feels like a very good draw. Brentford 1, Hull City 1, the final score.